play. I wonder if the camera's rolling. Oh, yeah, the red beam's working. Hello, it's 2024, partners, and Woody's, your old cowboy here, is gonna watch the rest of his Iona Sodor friends. So, yesterday we watched The Deputation, and now we're on to watch our next episode. I wonder what it's gonna be. So let's sit down, relax, and puff onto the tracks and see what Thomas and his friends are up to. So, what episode is it going to be on this VHS? Time for Trouble. Hey, we watched that episode on the Best of James last year. Well, like I said about Donald and Douglas and Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon, I guess it wouldn't hurt to watch it round two. Now, anyways, let's get on to our episode. So here comes Gordon pulling the express with a thunder on his wheels. He's like a rocket. I would challenge him against RC or Buzz. I wonder who would be the fastest. Well, there's only one way to find out to prove who's fast one day. Well, I'm just imagining it. Well, I can tell why, because he's a busy engine.
Never mind, he puffed. I like a long run to stretch my wheels.
And off he goes.
Even so, Sir Topham Hatt decided that Gordon needed a rest.
I could tell he looks exhausted.
Said kindly.
Now here comes James.
He liked to show off his smart red paint and was determined to be as fast as Gordon.
With a clank in his wheels, James puffs along the tracks. So I figure out what kind of engine I would be. So I'm thinking, like some people say, I kind of look like Thomas. So maybe I could be like Thomas. So I wonder who could be the rest of my friends, though.
Your parts are worn, Toby, so you must go to the works to be mended.
Oh.
Can I take Henrietta, sir? No. What would the passengers do without her? Toby saw Percy by the water tower. Don't worry, Toby. I'll take care of Henrietta until you get back.
That's awfully kind, Percy. Now let's go get your parts fixed, Toby. No.
Soon Toby was out on the main line. He clanked as he trundled along. He's a little engine with small wheels. His tanks don't hold much water.
I can tell, because a tram engine like Toby can't hold that much water like a steam engine.
Good, he thought. There's a station ahead.
I kind of learned that out because I was reading some books about trains. What? When I'm not thinking about cowboy stuff, I gotta learn about engines so I can watch more about my Sodor friends. Now, anyways, on back.
Toby's driver tried to explain, but the new signalman wouldn't listen.
No.
We must clear the line for James with the express. You'll have to get more water at the next station.
Rude signalman. Huh. Well, let's go get more water, partner.
Hurrying used a lot of water, and his tanks were soon empty.
Oh dear, that's not good.
Toby was out of steam and stranded on the main line. We must warn James, said the fireman.
ASAP. But how?
Then he saw Percy and Henrietta. Please, take me back to the station. It's an emergency. Henrietta hated leaving Toby. Never mind, said Percy. You're taking the fireman to warn James. That's a big help.
Yeah, it's true, Henrietta. Come on, let's go.
Henrietta felt much
Backwards,
better.
Percy.
James
Onward.
was fuming when he heard the news. I'm going to be late. My fault, said the signalman. I didn't understand about Toby. Now, James, said his driver, you'll have to push Toby. What, me?
Ugh, James is not that happy. I can tell.
My train too? Grumbling dreadfully.
I think James is kind of like Potato Head,
Find Toby.
because they always lose their temper that often. Now, let's go find Toby.
He came up behind Toby and gave him a bump.
Found him.
Get on, you.
And away we go.
James had to work very hard.
And at long last, they made it to Nefford Station.
When he reached the workstation, he felt exhausted.
I can tell. I guess it's not that easy pulling coaches and pushing it Toby at the same time.
The express is late, and it's got 2 engines. I think James couldn't pull it on his own, so Toby had to help him. Never mind, James, whispered Toby. They're only joking. Said James. Toby
Poor James. Now, let's go pause that. That's it. Ugh. And stop. So, time for trouble again for the second time. So, surprisingly enough, we watched a few episodes that I watched once last year and again for the beginning of 2024. So, I'm thinking maybe soon it could either be A Scarf for Percy, The Diesel, or Edward's Exploits. You know, where Edward had an accident and he burst his brakes. So, there's only one way to find out by tomorrow. So long, partners. And remember what Thomas would say, little engines can't do big things.